This is a Headgum podcast.
Hello, my friends. Welcome to another episode of Gayotic. What voice is that?
This is a cartoon.
It feels
episode.
weird that I'm sitting
This
here.
is the cartoon episode.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what
you're
are
right.
you doing over there? That's your couch.
I know. But
Can you even fit in that chair?
Yeah, I'm just going to tuck my feetsies in.
Ugh.
I'm blending in. My feet are blending
Why
in.
did you
hold
even
up.
go?
I'm gonna get comfortable.
Nice, as you should.
Yeah, I'm kind of cozy too.
I miss you guys, even though I was with Naomi every day for the last...
Yeah, I saw you like 2-3 days ago.
I know, but we didn't really get to hang out that much.
No, I said I want to go home.
Yeah, we're just coming back from traveling and doing some shows. We played Pitchfork last week, and we
Nope, folk.
yeah, and then we played Newport Folk Festival.
You ever feel like nothing you do matters at all? That has nothing to do with the shows. That's totally separate.
The thing that I felt, sorry, my foot just made like a fart noise, and I got paranoid that the mic picked it
It
up.
was her butt. Not her foot, it was her butt.
breaking the
No.
fourth wall.
Butt.
The thing that I felt really mattered that we did this last week was getting to do Ironic with Alanis. That was
Alanis.
yeah, it is true. I'm pronouncing her name wrong, but does that mean that I revere and love her any less?
No,
not
it
at
doesn't.
all.
No.
Alanis.
I was with people last night who were like, so there's something burning that we have to ask you. And then I was like, what? And they were like, how was Alanis?
Oh,
like,
that's so
oh,
cool.
that's
really cute.
Was
like,
it John?
It was John.
Yeah,
and
definitely
Jacqueline.
John.
They were both like,
Yeah.
fuck.
That's
Like,
really
I
cute.
thought it was really
I feel
cool.
like Jacqueline, we're talking about Jacqueline Novak. I feel like Jacqueline has a reverence for like the Lilith
Yeah.
fair girlies in
Yeah.
a similar way.
We
to
talked
me.
about how you did the Ani DeFranco thing briefly.
Yeah, I need to catch up with her about
She
that.
said she texted you about it.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah.
It was cute.
Yeah. That's sweet.
Um,
Anyway, so this
But
is just
that
to
was
say
amazing.
the
I mean, you
Alanis
said it was
moment
amazing.
is crazy. Yeah, it's so cool. And she was so lovely. Also, her band just sounded so
good.
fucking good.
it was so inspiring.
That was really all I had to say. It was just like, her show was incredible.
Did you hear Sarab say that apparently she does like a post-show
Yeah.
recap of everything?
Yeah.
That's-
I don't think we could ever do that. We only do that if someone
Here's
goes
why.
wrong.
We
Here's
all
why
walk
I
off
couldn't do
stage
that.
being
I'm not
like-
paying enough attention to anyone else.
We all walk off stage and we were like, I fucked that part up. I fucked that part up.
Yeah, we can
Did
tell
you hear
each
when I
other what-
fucked that part up?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I heard when you fucked that. Did you hear when I fucked this up? Like, that's really
I think
all
we
it
would only
is.
do it if something like bad happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where we would need to have a conversation about it.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever.
I had a brief moment of feeling inspired to like become somebody like that. Also from watching I watched the Celine Dion doc on the plane yesterday.
Wow.
Just someone
And-
who's
Cry?
like so dedicated to the game.
So dedicated to the game, and there's
music,
a
I
section
mean.
about her band where she's just really talking about like she's like everyone was so interested in just like being the absolute best that they could be, and like they really did put on shows that were like
insane.
completely life-changing for people.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, that process of like trying to make a show better at the end of tour than it is at the beginning of tour.
It
I
always
mean, we
is.
do that, but it's never really about like. I don't know. We do that a little bit,
the
but it's not
musical
about
direction of it all.
Yeah, we do. I mean, like we've changed stuff on tour because I'm like we've
Right,
had
'cause it's not
feelings.
working.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
like we feel like something could be better. But
Yeah.
I think like the arrangement and how somebody played something is usually pretty.
Yeah, nailed down.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're not like taking, it wasn't like that solo
No.
tonight was so different than the other ones.
Maybe it's
like,
always that you
doesn't
just
really
don't
happen.
feel like you're doing it in the way that other people are doing
There are
it.
there are always moments where it's like someone will play something cool and you'll be like, ooh,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
was a little different. Like in a cool, you know, it's
Yeah.
like subtle tweaks. Because our show is so like,
Locked in.
it's a pop
Yeah.
show. It's like,
Yeah.
how much should it really change?
Yeah. But their shit was so
They're
cool. Like,
vibing.
well,
They were
Alanis had
vibing
like
hard. It was
all these
sick.
different like segues between her songs. Like
I
they had
loved
these
it.
like really cool arrangements that would take you from one song to another. Her voice sounded amazing.
It was honestly insane.
She sounded like
They don't do
better
it like
now
that
than
shit.
than she did.
It's so inspiring.
They don't
She-
do that shit anymore like that. They don't.
Yeah, it's true.
The band, like everything,
yeah, they were ripping.
they were ripping. Like I kind of miss that like 90s,
like kind of
early 2000s.
sludgy, like
vibes.
yeah,
Delay pedals, you know what I mean?
absolutely.
And
And
like
then,
and phase.
yeah, just like
yeah, bring
and
it
then
back.
kind of like minor, like
Yeah.
dum, dum.
Yeah, like Tom's cymbals.
And then someone's like, bing, ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, we could not do that now.
And then someone's going, hey, hey, ho.
I think you could do it.
I
can
you
do
could
whatever you
do
want.
it.
The kids would be
but
like,
the kids would be like,
"What?"
what the fuck?
We have an attachment
That's
to
what
it.
you think, but then it's like everything changes so fast.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
in a
yeah,
couple of
maybe.
years, somebody will be doing that.
I don't think
I
it's who
just-
we necessarily are, even though I do like fucking love it.
I like it. I definitely like it.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely like cinematic.
It
as
was
fuck.
very cute to see you watching the show.
I loved it.
You were really vibing.
I thought it was so sick.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
doing some cool dances.
It was so fun. I had so much fun.
I like when you kind of do a dance I would normally characterize as hip hop.
Oh, yeah.
To
yeah, when I was going,
to 90s alt music.
yeah, I like that.
yeah. I was having a lot of fun.
That night was honestly very fun.
Yeah,
in
and then we got
general.
burgers.
It was cute. Yeah.
Here's my qualm.
The burger was totally fine. This is the thing. We
I'm
like
particular.
Well, no, but it's also okay.
Come on,
no,
y'all.
this is the facts,
Do not
Katie.
be hating on.
Not what it is. It's not
Bleep
hating.
them out. It's not hate.
No, it's not hate at all. This is the issue.
I thought it was amazing.
Yeah, it was a good burger, but it's not a smash
Amazing
burger.
fries.
It's not a smash burger. This is the thing.
What is a smash burger? Like, what is
I
that
need
shit?
the meat
Crispy.
to have like meat crystallization. Like I need the meat to be like crisp. That's when it's the best.
I think something really cool to do would be
Crystallization.
to make a 1 week as like a bonus episode.
We
just
eat all
cut-
burgers.
We cut together all the times that we've talked about meat.
Meat
Into-
crystallization.
Into like a clip or something.
From no meat to meat man.
I think my issue was the patty just wasn't doing it for me. It
No,
felt
you
like I
like-
was at Mickey D's.
you
if I'm being
like-
for
we
real.
could have some super cut bonus apps
You like,
that are like
and
different
I agree with you.
topics.
It's texture.
Yeah.
But I think the
I-
smash burgers, it's in a league of its own.
Yeah, exactly.
What is it? It's just because it's
So,
smashed down.
Literally,
they're
well, it's like they
unbelievably
use like
delicious.
it's kind of like you can use the back of
I'm gonna pull up a picture.
a
What's it called? The
yeah, but that's not what it is. It's usually-
spatula?
Yeah, spatula. But people usually actually, it's like they sometimes have even a tool where it's like they hold it down and they move it around, so then the meat forms kind of like a meat web, and it becomes
meat web.
Like
Oh,
it
it's
just has
ground.
texture.
It's just ground.
Well, no, I mean it's okay. So it's like the amount. So when you normally cook a
It's like
burger,
when someone's making a cottage cheese tortilla.
or
Whoa,
or
and
you know
yes.
when I make you quesadilla.
Yeah.
Frequently enough,
And
I do know about
I put the
that.
cheese all over the crust. So then
Look at how thin
the crust
that is.
becomes
Oh, nice.
The crust
Okay.
becomes
Crispy.
cheese.
I want to
texture.
eat that.
See, that's
we're
what
gonna
life's
go
about.
eat that.
Yeah. That looks really good.
We're gonna.
I've
We need
never
to
had
go.
that.
Meat crystallization.
We need to
Smash
go.
burger.
We're going to go.
Yeah.
There's a Burger She Wrote is fucking unbelievable.
Dude, I would totally love to do. We should do Gayotic on tour, but it's us just going to like 3 burger spots.
Okay.
We should do that here.
Yeah, but I don't know.
Bring us the burgers.
No, we need it to be travel. I would do it here, but I need the burger to be fresh because
yeah.
burgers don't travel the best.
That's hard.
And I want the fries to be
Okay, well, I will say
crispy.
this much. We had decided we got Thai food before.
Yeah,
like we
'cause
got
we were
Thai
trying
food
to be-
after our set at Pitchfork.
I'm trying to be not.
We were trying to be healthy,
Well, I keep
but
saying
we
I'm trying to
started
eat less
talking
meat. I
about.
keep trying to
we
eat less
started
meat.
talking about burgers while we were eating the Thai food.
And I said,
and
"Fuck
within
this."
5 minutes of eating the Thai food, Josette was like, "We're getting burgers. We're gonna get burgers after we sing the song with Alanis." But the place we wanted to get
Alanis.
burgers from, you know what it is that okay?
Alanis.
Let me defend myself. I'm from Chicago.
Chicago.
And we say everything like that. We say Alanis, Chicago. Like,
You're
so
overcorrecting.
I
Alanis.
always say, like, I say aunt instead of aunt. Like I always say the like soft A because I think I was trying to like get away from my Chicago accent.
We're nasal.
I
we're
have
nasal.
an aunt.
I have an aunt, and
an
her name is
uncle.
Alanis Morissette.
Yeah.
So that's why I think that it's not
For sure.
natural for
That's
me.
fine.
An uncle.
She'll forgive you.
But okay, so we had
Forgive you.
We were like, we're gonna play with Alanis, and I think that'll be around 9:30. The burger place closed at 10 p.m. So Josette was very, very concerned about getting to the burger place because she was
As
saying
fast
that
as possible.
we could order them, but burgers don't travel well.
They don't. We discussed because we have discussed this because
French
I ordered
fries.
burgers recently and
French
they did
fries
not
do
travel
not
well.
travel well. Neither does a burger, especially
Certain
French fries.
Thai food travels well.
Yeah, Thai
Indian
Thai
food travels
marinates.
well.
So what ended up happening was we went on
Chinese
stage
food
and we
travels
sang
well.
Ironic with Alanis Morissette.
Wait. We told Ivan, we're like, meet us. We're going to tell you when to meet us.
Yeah.
Meet us. Ivan,
He's
I've never
obsessed.
seen him be so prompt.
He's obsessed with burgers.
yeah,
Well, he was very excited. Yeah. So we sang the song with Alanis. We walked off stage and we immediately
ran.
booked it to the burger joint.
Yeah.
At which point I think people were confused that we're there because they were like leaving the set maybe a little bit early to like get ahead of like traffic and stuff. And they were like, weren't you guys like just on stage?
Yep.
And
Yes.
we said we needed to be here.
Yeah, we need to be here.
And fast. Yeah.
But yeah, we made it.
Yeah, it was good.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was totally fun. And Ivan ate 4 burgers.
Yeah.
I gave
Because I couldn't finish my burgers. I already had a full
couldn't finish
meal.
mine too.
But I did get a chocolate shake.
Yeah, I love that for you.
It was
Yeah,
good.
I love burger.
They're
I liked
pretty
being
amazing.
in Chicago. I wasn't there for long enough.
No, I mean Chicago's a great place, and I love that hotel. I'm not gonna say the name.
And then,
nice.
In case
and then
people
you
know where
went
we are.
home.
Yeah, I went home.
How was your flight home that day?
Did you watch any films?
I was watching Dexter.
Cool.
Wow, you're really watching Dexter.
I stopped for a minute.
Why?
Too
much?
It's really dark.
Too like depressing?
Yeah, and so then on the next flights that I went on, I said video games.
Nice.
Is he
I've
Is he a murderer who murders
Murderers.
met. So you actually one of those?
Michael
Yeah,
C. Hall.
yeah.
It's actually an unbelievable show. It's very well
I
done.
remember when everyone was obsessed.
It's very good. But so it's essentially like he was adopted, and the guy who adopted him was a cop, and he recognized what Dexter was, and so essentially, like his whole life, his dad gave him a code because he was like, I couldn't stop you from doing the, you have this impulse, and so the code is like he only kills people who are murderers and do evil things, and they have to he has to prove it that they do it.
Okay.
And
How can he to prove it to his dad?
No, his dad's
Dead. Okay.
dead. No,
Yeah.
prove it.
Died
He
from
won't
death.
do it unless he has proof, and he works for the police too. But not like he's not killing for the police, but that's how he does his forensics and stuff.
Interesting.
It is very good. Man, you know what's really nice? The internet. And you know what's really nice about the internet? Websites. But man, I really only like websites that are so beautiful that it feels like God created them with his mighty, mighty hands. Is there a way that I, as an individual, a disciple of God, could learn how to make a website like that?
If you believe that the universe has been specifically tailored to create life on Earth,
Wow.
then one of the purposes of that life was to get us to this point where we're making websites using Squarespace.
Whoa, tell me more.
Squarespace is a wonderful platform with a comprehensive personalization capacities. Katie is on her phone making a website as we speak. I'm watching her do it, and she's going so fast.
I'm rounding the
Squarespace is
corner.
that easy.
Because of how easy Squarespace is to be doing on your phone and doing on your
I actually
computer.
just set up a web shop and an email list.
Wow.
Boom.
Thank you.
Squarespace.
And as our friend Amber Bain would say, thank you, God, for making internet. And
Yeah.
thank you, Squarespace, for making website.
Hell yeah. So head to squarespace.com for a free trial. When you're ready to launch, go to www.squarespace.com/gayotic to save 10%. Oh my gosh. Oh, what a good deal on your first purchase of a website or domain. Squarespace.com is not applicable if you go to hell from choosing a naughty, naughty little website. Do you guys use cell phones? Because I do. And you know, sometimes it's really, really expensive to have a cell phone when we're paying to all these big brand cell phone companies like AT&T and who knows what. Well, with Mint Mobile, you'll never have to worry about gotchas ever again. When Mint Mobile says it's $15 a month, oh my gosh, that is so cheap. It really is $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan. And they mean it. So say bye-bye to overpriced wireless plans, jaw-dropping monthly bills, and unexpected overages. To get this new customer offer and your new 3-month premium wireless plan for just $15 a month, go to mintmobile.com/gayotic. That's mintmobile.com/gayotic. Cut your wireless bill to $15 a month at mintmobile.com/gayotic. $45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 a month. You can do it. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes on unlimited plan. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See Mint Mobile for details. I've been just having trouble on planes. Yeah. I've been having way more plane anxiety.
I have
for whatever reason. I fucking hate it.
Do you think it's because you got the nerve damage on a flight?
No, I think I'm
Your
just
body
like
is
I
afraid?
think I'm kind of just at this point I'm like I don't know. I
Shouldn't be up there.
Yeah, and I think it's like my I think for all this shit, my tolerance has just gone.
Scratching.
Yeah. You got disheveled. My tolerance has just gone down, and so I've just been having more anxiety.
Yeah.
And I think also just like being in the trap space, I'm just like my body's like uncomfortable up there, and
It's just not nice. I think the only planes that I'm like, I only really feel okay on, like, strangely enough, on international flights.
Yeah.
Where it's like, okay, we're going to be up here. It's going to be peaceful.
Those flights are really big though
Bigger.
too.
I
and
like the big space.
Well, the big space also,
I
it's a
like
lot,
it.
there's a lot more weight to the plane, and so the risk of turbulence is lower.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, the smaller a flight you are, the more you have a risk for turbulence.
A few years ago, I read an article that was like, with climate change, turbulence on airplanes is only going to get worse. And I was like, this is like
It's a targeted
one
ad.
of my worst case scenarios. Like, I am so sad. And I have noticed that is true. Like,
I've been
every
experiencing
summer, I feel like I'm on flights that are like bumpier
I'm just thinking,
in
like,
general.
at what point do we just stop
Doing it?
doing it?
I don't know.
What, being
Just stop
a touring
flying.
musician?
No. Well, no, but
I don't
maybe.
It's like, how do we get to? I mean,
think it's
I'm
just like,
saying,
how-
could we
how does
all stop flying?
how
the
what are we
planes?
gonna take a boat?
Yeah, or we just kind of readjust so that we kind of
I'm
readjust
scared
our
of-
expectations.
I'm just as scared.
People just kind of stay
on
where
a
they
huge
are.
boat. I've been on a huge boat for a long time, and
Boats are actually
It's
like
tough.
like really big boat in the middle of the ocean. Even though we all know I'm pro boat, pro boato.
Pro bono.
I was gonna say that
too. Yeah.
we share a brain cell. I was like, pro boat,
pro
and everyone
boat.
in their head said pro
Pro
boato.
boto.
Yeah, absolutely. But being in like,
Why do we all know that? Oh, because you like houseboats. Yeah.
I mean, like I
Water
talk
sports.
about boats. I
Yeah,
love
sports.
boats.
Yeah, they come up
love
a lot.
boats. Yeah, boat life. But being in the ocean in a storm
Scary.
on a boat is like, that's where nature's gonna kill you.
Mhm.
Actually, that's where
Yeah.
you're gonna die.
That was
Scary
exciting
as
though, when it
fuck.
happened.
Oh, that wasn't. The lake is nothing compared to the ocean.
I want to be on a sailboat.
Yeah.
I feel like summer has passed me by and I haven't done
No.
anything like.
Have you been swim? Elise?
I been swim
I go swim
like once or twice.
I swim every weekend.
Do you really? That's
go-
cool.
Would
Mommy,
love
I've been
an
wanting to go to the
invite.
beach.
Mommy and Daddy.
I want to go. You want to go to the beach?
I want
I
to go
have
to
been
the.
wanting to
I
go to
want
the
to go to the
beach.
beach.
Can we
I would
find
go
a
to the
day,
beach.
please?
Yeah.
I would go
I've
to
been
the beach.
Well, I need
Daddy.
to do research into the toxic
Algae.
algae in
Have
the
you heard about
I
this?
will
The
not be doing
dogs-
research
have you-
about it.
have
You have to go to
like, dog-
Malibu, basically, right? Like,
It's
you have to
not
go
even
past
that-
county lines.
I don't even know. I don't know, but I know like people.
deal?
So because of back to climate change,
Happy episode alert.
there's I think it's like, is it blue algae? I don't know. It's like a type of algae
fucked up
that essentially like it's harder for it to affect humans than it is animals because of like how much they ingest when they're in the water. But because of the increase in temperatures, apparently it's like growing in more places and it's starting to grow in the ocean as well. And so it essentially like some people have been posting like videos about like they took their dog to like a fucking lake, and within 24 hours, the dog was like dead because of just swimming in the water. And it can also happen to humans, and it's happening more and more.
Oh, so it's like fatal.
Yes.
It's not like you can get really sick.
It's like also, it's like, it's hard to, especially when you're catching on that there's symptoms. Yeah, there's not much you can do.
I don't like that.
No, we can't have
Nice things.
anything
Anymore.
No.
We can't have nice things.
I know. I want to go in the water.
Yeah.
But I don't want to die.
Well,
Yet?
yeah.
I know.
Anyway.
I need a doctor to comment.
Doctors.
There's like too many things
happening?
to stay abreast on.
Yeah, I know. The only reason I know this is also because it's like I love taking Blue to the water.
Yeah, do you guys go to the dog beach?
No. Well, I also
What
just
water
like,
are you taking her to then?
my parents' pool.
Oh, well, whatever.
That's
then.
fine. Yeah. But it's just more of I'm like, just sucks. Just nature's the place you want to be.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
You know?
Your socks and your shirt perfectly match the chair.
Yeah.
For the audio listener, it's not going to hit as hard.
I know, but it is something to behold.
It's something
to behold.
I would
Beauty's
like to
eye
go
and
like
beholder.
camping.
I don't want to do that.
I know, but I wish you would.
I don't want to do that at all.
Felt like an attack on Naomi specifically.
Yeah,
I
well, because Naomi's
understand.
so anti-camping.
Every
just
time I
have
go
never-
camping, I have to do so much work.
I have
Yeah,
been
as
the
is
only
the
times I've
natural
been
way.
camping. I think without you guys, I've been camping once, like
Really?
in my life. Yeah, I don't come from camping culture at all.
I didn't
It's-
do it that much as a kid.
I literally didn't do it at all. I think I've gone one time.
I do like camping. I just always feel like
Unplug.
I feel like it's like always. What if we glamped? Like, what if we went
That
to a
I
cabin?
can do. That I like.
Cute.
That's
I'm
totally
happy
chill.
about being in nature. I just don't want to have to. I'm
Smite.
such a princess about sleeping.
It's
like
do you ever like go camping and bring an air mattress?
I have, but I don't even like sleeping on an air mattress because it just deflates. I feel like none of them are like very good. The only time I enjoyed camping when we went and we brought a futon.
Was that at Joshua Tree?
It was.
Wow.
And that I can do.
That's so you guys back then.
I would do it again now. That is the move.
Wow.
Ooh,
come
coffee
on,
delivery.
come on screen.
Hi, thank you. We are
Huge
we're
moves
tracking.
happening at the
Apologies.
moment. I gave Megan permission to barge in because I said I need my. Oh wait, this is so cute. The little wife beat over.
White guy.
Guys, look at this! Look at this outfit.
do we think? What would you like? She took it away.
Thank you. I'm okay.
Latte. Thank
White
you,
guy.
mommy.
Thank you.
Thank
you
you.
much. Thank you much for
No,
the
I'm
walking
okay.
stick.
Thank you, my love.
Thank you much for the walking stick.
Bye.
Bye, I love you.
Miss
Thank you very much.
Yeah, working. Thank you,
so
Megan.
much. Working hard.
Fuck. Camping.
The thing that the thing I was talking about with my therapist this morning, because I was like, I just feel like kind of overwhelmed
Of
with
course.
work right now.
Yeah,
You are.
I'm worried about you.
But I also feel like and I know you guys will say,
Let's hear it.
I know that this isn't coming from other people, but it's like, I feel like I could use a break, but I don't want to take a break because I want to
Do more.
dive into like the Muna record. So
Yeah.
it's like, I just feel,
But if here's my thing.
What good work are you gonna do if you're dead?
but listen, no, that's true.
Exactly.
That's
you
true.
Need to
And she
just
was
do
also like,
you.
she was like, what actual timeline are you talking about? And like, what is the difference? Like, you don't feel like you
Of
can take
6
like,
days.
yeah, you don't feel like you could take like even like 3 or 4 days and like go and do something.
You should.
And I was like, okay, fine. So I think the call is also coming from inside the house where it's like, I am afraid.
Yeah,
I don't know if this is OCD, but it's like, I'm afraid that if I spend any time like off in that way, that like I will miss the call from God of like, like that I won't be present when
No, he doesn't call on you when you're in a state
When
of
you're
constant
burnt- when you're
stress.
complete
No,
burnt.
what if you go on vacation? I guess it's a little bit
I want
from
you guys
now.
to come though. Can we go glamping?
Yeah, but you could go on vacation also when I'm on vacation in September.
When are you? Where
Give
are
me
you
the
going?
dates.
Cabo.
Yeah.
It's Cabo. It's in the calendar.
Oh.
Family vacay.
Maybe I'll come to Cabo.
I mean, you could. You'd sleep with Dan and Louie
In their bed.
in their
Would
bed.
that be my only option?
To sleep with Dan and Louie?
Yeah.
No. I'm sure there would be another option.
That was just your first thought.
Well, I thought it would be the best thought.
I
be
mean,
their
it would
third.
be, yeah, it would definitely be fun, but not in that way. Ew.
Dan's bisexual.
Yeah, and Dan, wait, wasn't that something we were joking about when we were in Mexico? Like Dan thought I looked like Louis or something like that.
Oh, that you guys were related more than Louie and I were related.
Yeah, and
Because
so,
we have such different face shapes, apparently.
I think you and Louis look alike.
I do. I think you
Some
and
people
Louis,
think we look exactly alike, and some people think not at all.
You don't have the same eyes at all, but you
No.
have the same mouth. Like you have the
He
same.
has bigger teeth.
But you're similar enough. You look.
You guys
look
actually
the
have
same
more
from
similar
here.
teeth than Louie and I.
Oh
Louis
yeah,
has veneers.
you think you have small. Louis has veneers?
I think they're like caps or something.
Really?
Because he has a lot of gum.
Oh.
Recession?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really love flossing.
Yeah, I
I
do
just have
too.
to say.
It rules.
I do too.
I've said it before. Last time I went to the dentist, she said, "Wow,
Yeah.
good job."
I love when they do that.
I'm
And I was like,
hoping and
fuck
praying.
yeah.
I'm going tomorrow morning.
Uh-oh.
Fuck
That's
yeah.
a great
And
experience.
I feel like
It's
Oh,
gonna be
no.
awesome.
I've
You
stepped
scared?
my pussy up in terms of flossing because I wasn't going down
What?
like to the extent that you should, like into the gums.
Do you
to
mean
the
like
extent that
you weren't
should.
going up and then going yeah ga 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 ga?
So you know how you have like the piece of gums that goes like in between your teeth?
The gum fold.
It like the gum.
The
little
gum
flap.
widow's peak.
Yeah, it
I
is the
hate
widow's
it.
peak.
I actually do hate it that it exists.
It's
but
disgusting, but
I
yeah.
once had a
yeah,
bad
so you have to
boo-boo
go
there.
So
Ugh,
That
having cut there
sucks. I gotta-
hurts
I gotta
so
chip.
bad.
I
stuck
didn't.
there.
I didn't really
That's happened to me.
understand for a while, and I'm ashamed to say, but I didn't really
What did I
understand for a
say?
while that like you are supposed to go like up into that peak and like get stuff out from there.
I mean, you're supposed
think
to get
so-
it out
so
from everywhere.
I'm
and I
gonna
don't quite understand.
I'm gonna pause you. Do you want to continue admitting gross things on this podcast for thousands?
No, because I don't actually think that that's gross.
Okay.
Like I don't think that that's gross because
People might interpret it wrong.
No, she's still. You take good. Look at those teeth. That's not impossible.
I have good dental hygiene, and I will say that, like my suspense, like I feel suspicious that many adults, it's steps. You know, you're like, so I'm really hoping
you have good
You have
teeth.
great teeth.
I'm really hoping
And our
that
cavities
she'll
can also
say
be
that
genetic.
I'm doing
You'll say that you're doing well. I'm sure.
well. We'll see.
You've stepped it up. I'm happy for you. That's good.
Thank you. I don't think I'm gross.
You're not.
I didn't understand
Your teeth
exactly
are
what
not
you were
gross.
saying
Your teeth aren't gross.
about getting food. It's
Something
like, it
about
was the
this
thing
seems
about
sad.
getting food out from under the
Not
thing in
food,
the tooth.
but
Just going deep
That
enough.
sounded
Just going
gross.
deep
Mhm.
enough.
But I don't think that's what exactly. Yeah, you don't. The way you said it made it worse than it actually is. I think.
totally.
Don't you
Don't you
hate it when it's a little bit icky,
Don't
icky?
say it.
I said icky, and when it's a little bit icky in your home,
Mm-hmm.
what can you do to help your little kitty friends stop making such icky in your home, Katie?
I don't know what can help.
And I don't
Other
even know,
than-
I actually don't even know what you're referring to because in my home, even though I have cats, I don't have anything that could be referred to at all as icky because I stick to pretty, as in pretty litter.
Whoa.
And my cats aren't tracking stuff around the house because the litter is just like crystals. It's crystal clean. And also it's masking the odors, whatever odors that are going on in the box. I don't want to know about it.
And from what I've heard, also due to certain
Sciences.
activation science in the product itself, it could lead you to understand more about your cat's health. Perhaps if because they can't talk to you.
I
I know
know.
they meow and meow and meow, and every time I'm saying,
certainly
I
do.
don't know,
speak Spanish?
I don't speak Spanish. What the heck are you talking about? And then they can't say it in English, so
But you can tell from the litter and what color it turns if your cat has certain health issues like a kidney infection.
I
or-
wish everything was as easy as that.
I wish everything was as easy as Pretty Litter. I agree, Josette.
Yes.
So if you are interested in trying Pretty Litter, go to prettylitter.com/gayotic and use code gayotic. You can save 20% on your first order and get a free cat toy. Ooh. prettylitter.com/gayotic, code gayotic. You can save 20% and get a free cat toy. Terms and conditions apply. See site for details.
Goodbye.
her
Little
show at
bit.
Newport was packed the fuck out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, it was a tiny
I know, but it was
Spike
packed.
stage.
Still.
It was very cute.
Yeah.
It was really cute.
I'm sure people were hyped as hell.
They said that
Definitely.
they'd never. So I played on this stage called the Bike Stage because it's powered by people that are riding bikes.
I love that you did that.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, it was wild.
But they said it was the first time that they had people that were in line to ride the bikes for somebody who was performing.
That's really cute.
Yeah. They said it should be called the Dykes on Bike Stage.
Yeah, I mean, those are the people who are really going to power the bike.
I genuinely think every person that sat on a bike was straight and or a child.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, that's awesome that I
Interesting.
called them all Dykes then.
Yeah.
Those gay kids.
I
Those
literally
gay
just saw
children.
like heterosexual women in flowing dresses.
That will be interesting to
Yeah,
see.
I feel like you're going to actually have like
more straight girls
women-
being like,
Yeah, you're
love
gonna-
your stuff, girl.
Yeah, I mean, you are playing. I guess women's music traditionally has always still been, dykes, but still, I think it will be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think the odds are pretty good that it's going to be just like the same people that listen to Muna, but
No.
slightly less of them.
I think it will be some new people too. Like it's definitely different.
We will see.
I think.
There'll be new people.
I got played on John Mayer's podcast.
Did you
this
seriously?
morning.
And then
I think so.
Did
What
you
did he
text
say?
Ivan?
Did he say?
I did text
Did he
Ivan.
say
What did
like,
Ivan say?
this song? I love this.
I didn't.
What did he say?
I didn't hear what he said. I just saw it on my
That's-
Instagram.
That's. I need to hear.
He
that.
has a podcast that I think that is. I believe it is called Life with
LOL.
John Mayer.
Oh my god.
Can you
LOL.
confirm? Yeah.
That's
So
sick.
yeah, I texted it to Ivan and he said, "Hell yeah!" He was like, "My man knows a good song when he hears one." This is our production manager. who I
Ivan-
love with John
I
Mayer.
spent the whole morning with
Ivan
him,
is
so-
sus.
What?
He's sus.
His love for John Mayer
To
is
call him my man, I guess is
It is his
fine.
man.
It's really funny.
I love that gay. I love
Fine.
that gay man. Ivan is gay.
It's a Sirius XM show. I'm
that's
seeing
tot-
this.
That totally makes sense that it's serious. He's the kind of man who can have
life.
a Sirius XM show. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Who has Sirius XM in their car?
Yeah, totally.
Definitely.
Fathers.
Definitely.
Dads were
Parents.
like, "This is
Do you have to
the number
subscribe
one
to get it?
coolest."
I think you have to pay for it in your car too. It's like
Cool.
also you have to have like a pretty decent car from the beginning of it. Now maybe not so much. Before the phones were in the cars.
I
Okay.
actually do realize that I have Sirius XM capabilities in my car, but I've
Yeah, 'cause
never
you're a
once
dad.
clicked it.
Oh yeah,
No,
our cars
I just
can.
see it.
Our
I
car could.
Yeah, our car could. Our car could.
Our car could. Yeah.
They share a car.
Mazda.
Yeah. Mazda, love you, girl.
You want to talk about?
We were in New York together.
Yeah, we were. We had
We
a lovely
saw-
time.
We pounced all over the town in many ways. We went
You
to a
pounded the pavement.
I mean, in a way, that was like a trip. That was some time off,
No.
But it's just nothing
New York
relaxes
New York
me.
is New York is also
You don't
not
think that's time
relaxing.
off?
Here's the thing,
New York is not relaxing.
and I'm gonna.
New
I'm,
York, you're like,
It's inspiring.
yeah, but
I'm
it's not
going to
relaxing.
point to something that you said. I think, unless I just thought that you said it, in which case
dreamed
it
it.
still holds.
You dreamed it.
There's a difference between a trip and a vacation.
Oh, totally.
Mm.
Like going to London
I don't think I said that, by the way.
Oh,
trip. You said that kind of was a trip.
Oh.
I think that. So it's like, yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
not a vacation. That's
Yeah,
a
yeah,
different
yeah.
thing.
but
Like
no.
you're not going to go to.
Also, you have time off as
You-
opposed to a vacation.
You're-
Time off; those are days off between working.
Vacation is something else. Like vacation is when you go to a place to inevitably get bored by the end. of
Okay.
like I can't be at the beach anymore.
Yeah, to be on
you know what I mean?
Oh, I want to go on a vacation and
When
say
you're
that
like,
thing at the
"I'm
end where you're
done."
like, I'm ready to go home.
That's what I mean.
Can you imagine?
You're like, I'm ready to go
I'm
home
ready
and
to go
go.
home. I
When
miss my real life. It's like, what?
yeah, exactly.
That sounds amazing.
That's a
You
real.
need a vacation.
That's a real thing. Like you at a certain point, you're never
This
gonna
has been
go.
great, but honey, I'm
don't
kind of ready to go home.
That's me after one night.
I feel like after like the amount of time that you can be on like a beach vacation,
Forever.
it's gorgeous, but you will get bored. Like
yeah.
I was supposed to go on another like road trip vacation with my friend, but then I turned that into a music video taping. So
yeah.
I'm my own devil. I'm like complaining about things, but I'm doing it too myself.
You have thine sickness.
It's in my blood.
brain sickness.
Thine is sick.
No, but New York was really fun.
It was cool. We
I had a
saw.
good time.
Was it hot?
It was.
Yeah, okay, you know what was so hot? The subway.
Yeah, ass
It
world.
feels crazy and illegal to be like that
Down
far
there.
underground.
I feel like
It's
the subway's,
boiling wet
Subway's
hot.
gotten worse, y'all.
I feel
You're
like
just
I'm
like,
walking into a
can
kitchen.
they do this to people? Like, there's that many people like packed in.
Subway's gone bad.
You walk down there and
Bad.
it's like, ooh, God, have you had the oven on all day? Like,
Yeah, that's what it
it's
feels like.
It really feels like you left your house and
It's
left
oven
the oven
vibes. Yeah, it's
on all
spooky.
day. And
Yeah.
and it's so that's terrible.
We had to keep saying to ourselves out loud, like, "You are safe," because it just feels like.
It's okay.
Did you guys seriously?
Well, yeah, it's like it feels like you're gonna panic because it's like,
Your
when are
skin's
you?
gonna.
There was really only
you gonna
one
breathe
trip I
again?
remember taking that. Like, I'm being dramatic for effect, but there was one trip where it was
Podcast
like we
effect.
got off the train and then it was like, unbeknownst
Horrid.
to us, we had to take like 5 flights
1,000.
upstairs, and we were just
Yeah.
like, how far away are we from the surface of
Also,
the earth?
am I going to pass out?
Yeah.
Can I breathe?
Right? Am I gonna pass out?
What's gonna happen? Who knows? New York was cool. It was warm, but it wasn't like disgusting, painful. We saw Chinese.
Some days were really nice.
which was lovely.
We went to the Guggenheim.
Mm,
which was really cool.
googly.
Actually,
We saw Jenny Holzer's light lines.
that's cool.
it was fucking awesome. And
I'm
the
sure that was
cherry,
cool.
the cherry on fucking top was that she was there.
Mm-hmm.
We were
You guys talked to her?
yes,
a little
we
bit.
did.
We exchanged brief words.
What'd you say? Love the work?
So
she spoke to us.
Oh, she says,
she spoke to us. We were walking up the little spiral and
And we were both bugging out, being like, this is so sick. Because
Yeah.
we watched there's like a room where they had kind of a documentary about the initial version of the same
thing.
show, kind of. Like and it was just like, the documentary was unbelievable. It was so, it felt, her art is just like, obviously, like, you've seen it everywhere. Everyone knows certain things.
show the pod people that you're
Yeah,
from.
abusive power comes as no surprise.
She
etc.
works mainly, if you haven't heard of Jenny Holzer and her stuff, she works like mainly with language, and like a lot of her art is just like
She's an incredible writer.
these like very evocative phrases that she will like either install like in some type of public area
Yeah.
or have installations in museums. But
The one in the museum was so interesting because in the doc there was a woman who was like responding to it, and she was like, I find it really disturbing and fascist, like that the way that the text is being shown. And then in the doc, Jenny was like, I'm appreciative of the fact that people are picking up on that. Like, I
Yeah.
want you to think about how much you're being told
yeah,
in your daily
That's
life.
really cool.
And
from
it was
words
really
on screens.
from
Yeah, that's
words and
really
screens.
cool.
And that was like in the 80s.
Mhm.
It feels even more like
Prescient.
now.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
It was
Yeah.
fucking
She's
radical.
also just like a fucking good writer. Like, I really like her sentences.
to be that succinct, I feel like you kind of have to
So
be.
basically,
so
like,
gifted.
we
so
had
cool.
started walking around the exhibit. We like went
Tweaking.
in and watched
so
a little bit
sick.
of this doc, and we were both like, she's hot and has major swag. And then we walked out and like we saw like a woman with like the same haircut. Like
long hair
talking-
with a mask
talking
on.
to someone with a mic. And so we were just like, is that fucking her?
yeah.
And
And there's a group of people with like their phones like low key trying to be chill but filming her.
Yeah.
And then
So-
we asked someone, we're like, "Is that Jenny Holzer?" And they were like,
Yeah.
it is."
Yes.
Which was so. I mean, it was so sick.
Yeah.
And then she just started walking the exhibit like by herself, just walking it.
It
and
was
looking at
cute.
It was, it
'Cause
was
part
so
of what
tight.
How
She-
long was it there?
I don't know how long. I don't know.
couple months.
I'm wondering why she was there.
I think
Maybe it
like,
was new, I
on
don't
that
know.
day they were doing some type of interview.
Oh.
Probably
something.
archival.
I
I
think she
was
came
wondering
for
if
the
it was more
interview
to
or
see
something.
how.
Well, she did
It
say in the
actually-
doc that she like one of the things she likes doing is like being anonymous in a space where like people are interacting
Reacting.
with the art to like
Yeah.
hear what people's responses are.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think she was probably just trying to like hear people talking
Yeah.
about the work, which is like the equivalent of like reading the YouTube comments, but
I think
Go
it's
off,
a little
girl.
different. Because I
um,
mean, like, I
different.
think it's like, I don't know, visual
it's-
art has such a different, like, connotation to dialogue. Like, the
Also, like-
dialogue is part of the experience. You know?
yeah, and also like the conversation that you're having
Ye-
with a friend when you're kind of like taking apart a piece of work
Yeah.
is different than
Like, the YouTube comment being like,
Yeah.
they're ugly.
yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Shut
yeah,
up,
you're
ugly.
right.
Yeah.
No, yeah, like
But
I feel like that's the kind of art that she also, like, makes, though, is for that. You know, I guess
Yeah.
all artists probably.
but another
definitely
thing that I really liked about this like
intentionally
exhibit was like
yeah.
so there's the language that's like going up the spiral, and then there's like pieces
Yeah.
of art on the walls, but she also puts stuff in places where you wouldn't expect. Like she was like, I have like part of the exhibit is like on the benches like outside, or the planters that are outside of the museum, and like part of it is like there's something like as a surprise like in one of the bathrooms like in the museum. And so I like when art feels like a kind of scavenger hunt like that. So we walked by her. I embarrassingly did like a kind of like this type of thing. Like I was kind of like namaste and peace be with you. I was like crushing at this point. I was like,
That's
I have a
good.
crush on this woman.
she's straight.
She is straight, sad. Much
As
to my chagrin.
as some of the great female artists, visual artists,
Yeah.
can surprisingly be.
Yeah. She's kind of giving like Patti Smith
Yeah.
straight, where you're like,
Huh.
huh.
Suit.
You're like curious. You had me fooled.
You had me fooled, Jenny, due to your unprecedented swag.
Yeah, she
but-
was swagged.
So past her went like this, and then we were like coming
She
up
says,
on
who are these monks?
we were coming up on like this they were like they looked like bones,
Like little
bo-
crevices that there was like little pieces in. And we were like, what is that?
I wasn't sure if it was part of the exhibit, but they were lit like they were part of the exhibit. So we like walked over to see, and then I turned back to her, and she just was like, shoulder blades.
She's
I was like,
the shoulder blades.
I was like, cool.
Yeah.
So that was our exchange.
And we
Oh.
were like, yes.
I thought it was going to be different.
No.
it wasn't different
She
than that at all.
said, she said shoulder blades.
But she
And
did
I thought-
speak to
we
us.
said-
I thought
Cool.
you guys meant like you had like,
a convo.
conversation.
No, we didn't at
No,
all.
I was too scared to have a full conversation.
you
I
know,
didn't
whatever.
really
It's probably better
I didn't
that
know
you
what to
didn't.
say other than
Probably be better.
Play
Cool.
it mad cool. and
Yeah, play it. Be
Let
like,
it
I have
rock.
those. I guess what?
I know that. Yeah, say, I know.
yeah, I knew that, Jenny.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, yell at her. I know.
That's cool. I haven't been
was
to.
cool.
No duh. No
I've been to
freaking
an art
duh.
exhibit that I've really felt like was thought provoking.
I know.
That
I wish
one
you
was
had
moving.
been there. I feel like we would have been on crack
Didn't
together.
we see? Didn't she have something like
She
at the
has
Tate,
something
like
in every single museum.
But didn't we see
Iconic.
We
a
saw
long time
we
ago?
saw a piece. I mean, she made a lot of work around AIDS.
Yeah, but I thought we went to like there was a special exhibit at the Tate during a time that
don't
there were
remember.
a few things.
This is what I think I'm talking about.
Is it?
It was like a skeleton piece, and it said "Girl, don't die for love."
I fucking know.
No. I think we have seen her work together before. I mean, she's a huge artist.
So huge.
She's so huge.
And then,
Yeah.
so we did that, and then we had a delightful dinner with a friend, and then we went and saw Oh Mary, which was very fun.
it was so
on
good. It made
Broadway,
me cry.
which was
Wow.
really cool. It's very, very
I mean, the
funny.
last few times that we've seen theater has actually been the time of, I guess,
what was before?
Parade.
Parade.
Oh,
Yeah,
Huge.
That
definitely
photo,
two
that photo
sides
of
of
Ivan comes up on my
So funny.
memories all the time.
Ivan
him being
sobbing.
like I hate musicals, and then him sitting down and going like this and having tears
Streaming down his face.
just like weeping.
I mean,
at parade.
Ben
So
Platt's
sick.
voice is like
He
a
is
force of nature.
made for the theater.
Yeah, it's true.
It's insane.
Cole's play was really fun and funny, and people should go see
I'm
it.
sure it's
and,
great. Yeah.
Well,
It's
it got
just-
extended, so people should, if they're
Really?
able to go, you should
That's
go.
so cool.
It
It's
was
just
fun.
like very, it's very singular.
Yeah.
It is.
And
I
I,
mean,
feel like
that makes
it's-
sense.
It really, kind of made me realize it does feel very rare right now for somebody to make something that it's like so obvious that they're the only person that could have made it. Like, I don't know.
It also felt, we talked
Yeah.
about it a little bit, like it feels like something, it kind of like there's certain moments in it where it does feel like evergreen humor. Like this
Mhm.
is
Yeah.
just like, this would be funny in any
like age old tropes. in a
age
way.
old, like comedy in
Mhm.
certain ways. But then there's like moments of like such a strong kind of like our age demographic, relatively speaking, like within,
Oh,
5 years,
Definitely.
5-6 years on either side, like our age group
Mm-hmm.
type of
Humor.
specific humor that
Yeah.
they're like jokes that could be only written by someone who's young. And it was just really cool and great. And it was fun to watch, like, because some of it's like quite crass, and the theater audience is like really old, like
yeah, definitely.
generally speaking.
Mm-hmm.
And there were a lot of young
And
cool
at
people
this
there.
point, it's like, at this point, it's such a crossover. Like,
yeah,
is.
there
definitely.
are actual like old normies going to see O'Mary. 'cause
well,
they've
there are
heard
old
good
normies
things.
who will see anything that's on Broadway,
Right. Fair enough.
Oh,
And
Totally.
that's just like their thing. So it was fun
That
watching.
sounds like a fun life. You're
yeah.
an
I mean,
old
I think if
normie,
you
you're
hear,
just going to
if you
Broadway
hear
all the time.
people, I think if
So
people,
sick.
if you hear it's good, people, you
Yeah.
know,
Right.
especially in Broadway.
But it
thing.
was fun watching their faces like shift over time. Like I was watching this guy the whole show who was sitting in front of us that like looked exactly like the eagle from the Muppets. Like
oh,
as a
oh my
man,
god,
looked exactly like him.
Medieval doctor.
And he was just like the whole show, just like kind of like
not wanting to laugh.
not wanting to laugh at like certain kinds of like certain moments.
Slurs.
And then like there's like gay stuff and like some funny sexual humor and just stuff that like
Yeah.
an older man who's like kind of whatever
Mhm.
Manhattanite Upper
Yeah.
West Side type of guy
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
wouldn't maybe rock with, but then over the course of the show I saw him slowly being like,
You got him.
like
That's
smirking
cute.
and then like a couple giggles, and I was like, that is really cool. Like the show won him over,
Mhm.
which was really fun to watch.
Older men.
Yeah, it was interesting.
I think about that with my dad saying anything, and I'm like, what do you think is funny?
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's very interesting.
It is interesting, especially older gentlemen in particular.
Yeah.
I
older
also
straight
just love
guys.
shows that are about, like, I do feel like one of the main kind of things that they were exploring in this show is like the personality of like the artist with the like kind of narcissistic,
Like desire for
fragile
fame?
ego, desire for fame, but
And
also
love.
like extreme volatility and kind of like
addiction and
someone
obviously.
who's just like not built for this world or able to function in it really.
Yeah, sure.
But like how kind of fucking adorable and like lovable that is.
Yeah, someone who's like so out of control, ridiculous. I mean, that's just like, yeah, it's
Yeah, I don't want to say any of the jokes that are in the show, but I'll tell you some of them after. But
it's interesting, like the types of figures that like we're attracted to in comedy and I guess like non-comedic stuff too. Like last night at dinner we were talking about the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders.
oh god,
Wow.
And we were talking about Victoria.
I loved Victoria.
Victoria.
How do
Victoria.
people feel about her?
Victoria to me,
I felt really sad for her.
I felt so sad for her because she had this like
You just tell she's fucked.
no
offense.
John made the very like apt comparison to Valerie Cherish, where it's like
yeah, totally.
it's like someone who wants it
So
bad.
but knows that something is deeply wrong and not going right,
Mhm.
but is like
fighting through regardless, despite the inherent like terror and knowledge that you can see in their eyes.
Well, there's such a
like
strong
Victoria,
foil.
you could see.
What's the girl's name
The
who's
terror.
really religious and who's
Oh,
like
no,
fucking got it? Reese?
Reese.
Oh yeah, Reese.
Yeah, it's like I thought that was such a strong foil. Like it's like Victoria as like this kind of like she doesn't have like that faith in a higher power or faith in the universe because the universe has done nothing but like let her down. And so she's like trying to build it using only like sheer willpower.
I mean, I think
and
it's
the
just,
legacy, the
And
like
Reese is
tension
over
of
here
the
just like
legacy.
floating on
the
air.
The legacy ruined her.
The tension, the legacy was the whole thing. I thought that
Yeah.
her legacy was like the story itself. This was when was talking about it before people had seen it. I was like, it has one of the most like intense scenes that I have ever seen in my life. When she's talking about, she's like, I need to know, like, whether or not
I should do this.
you see me, and
Right.
they just are like.
That's
That-
the
They were
whole
like, we didn't
thing.
even know that you were going for that.
Yeah, and she's
Isn't
like,
that what they said?
really? And
Yeah.
like, she's just like on the. You could just. It's like her. It's so painful and so hard to watch.
Yeah.
It's such a tragic scene.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that's
And then when
the whole
she- there-
show in a
and then
funny
she's like,
way.
I have decided that I am gonna do it, and you're like,
Yeah.
no,
No.
fuck.
Yeah, yeah.
And then
I'm
she
so
goes and
happy
hangs
she
up her
didn't.
uniform, and then the woman's like, don't hang it up backwards, Victoria. And it's
Right.
like, of course she hung
Right.
it perfectly.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
It was just so wild. And but the tragedy of her mom being like this person who had no real like dance talent,
Yeah.
but had like it.
Yeah.
She just had it.
Yeah.
And like, and then her in the shadow of that like woman who just kind of had it
Mm-hmm.
and didn't have the
know.
talent. And then Victoria's like, I'm gonna work as hard as I can.
Yeah. The whole show was so interesting.
It was the wildest shit
Well,
I've
it's
ever
just
seen.
But I
like
feel
so
like we
fucked up
as
and also
people,
beautiful.
I mean,
It was both, definitely.
I felt like mad for a while at like the edit that she was getting because I'm just remembering one specific moment where like they are talking about like who's gonna be a leader, and it was like some of the girls like have a harder time connecting, and then I was like, they're gonna cut to Victoria.
They did.
And it's Victoria
They
being
did.
like, so
They
you
did.
do this? Her like trying to teach the one girl, and the girl's like,
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I think there was just
I just felt like, oh, that's really brutal. But at the end of the day, like
she was
there is
trial by
something
fire fighting.
there is something about like those stories of like humans that are trying so hard and
And
not
who are so like
getting it that it's like
locked in.
yeah,
It's
but it's
really-
like
it really made me
ultimately
sad.
She is
she was
getting
the
it,
most
though.
lovable person.
Well,
the
it's
thing
also
the thing is, I actually don't know
I don't think
if everybody feels that way.
Really?
I think
people really struggled with her because they were
Yeah.
like, stand up, like
or
stand up for yourself.
yeah,
Like,
or
don't
like
let-
why are
or,
you
like,
doing
get
this
out
if
of this
isn't-
cycle?
Yeah,
this is
totally.
so painful.
And I
Yeah.
think it's like dependent on your point of view, where it's like a lot of these girls were just like, I think it's like someone Kelsey was the one who was like the nurse.
the
and
nurse.
stuff.
She was
yeah.
like,
Where I'm
today's
like,
the day
well,
where I'm
like-
changing her
where
trach
I'm like,
tube.
I'm like,
And you're like,
Kelsey
She's
was
concerned with shit that's
super-
real.
and also she was a superhuman. Like she
Yeah.
was superwoman, and I think so many of these women like think that that's what they're supposed to be, and they're seeing this and they think like that's the model, as opposed to someone who's obviously like having a really, really like
hard time.
hard time. And I think it's like I think it's just dependent on like your
Different
fucking-
strokes.
Yeah, your point of view, and that I
Yeah.
mean like it
Yeah,
also
Kelsey's-
just
Maybe if
exemplifies
your
the whole
brain
show.
is more normal.
Yeah, no,
You're
no,
like,
or
Kelsey,
you're-
I think it's also like the people who were thinking like this is what femininity is, and
Or
like the
this
people
is-
who really want it to be actually like Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders.
And like,
you
or
know
like,
what I
this
mean?
is my birthright
yeah,
to do this. Like, I must do this. Versus Kelsey, who's like, she kind of seemed, she's like, I just remember her being like, I didn't get praised for 2 years. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't receive positive feedback for 2 years.
She just has a good compass because
She just
she's
was,
dealing
like-
with real,
she was
real life.
unfazed
Yeah.
by
Yeah. Well, she's taking care
things.
of like a little girl who's like terminally sick.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like there's perspective on, you know what I mean?
On
Not that
it.
Victoria doesn't have perspective, but I do think it's like,
It kind of weirdly makes me think about your mom
That was her
telling
whole
me
world.
like to get a dog, like in times when. Let me explain.
oh, I was
'Cause it's like,
what?
When you have something else to take care of, and like,
oh, it's perspective.
yeah, it gives you perspective.
Yeah. I mean, like, I was
Versus, like,
I was
if
talking
you-
to Ivan about that this morning.
Yeah.
Because he's thinking about getting a dog.
Oh, that's
and we
so
were
great.
talking about also, I'm like, and I was saying how Sarab, I don't know if he listens to this, but I was like, I really want Sarab to get kitties.
Mm-hmm.
I do think
I'm
some people with
excited.
animals, it's like my mom will probably not get another dog because when my dog died, it was just too painful.
Yeah, totally. And
And
I think
when
that's
his kitty
totally,
died, it was just so painful.
I think both experiences are valid, but I just think about like I'm like every like I just have like having the animals, I just have a greater appreciation for existence and also just like how fragile life is and how fragile like time is. And I think it's just like, yeah, I think it's perspective building.
Perspective, yeah. Really quickly, I wanted to ask you guys if you had to.
Why did my mom tell you that though? During the pandemic?
Yeah.
Oh.
and then
You know,
were-
she was saying
then
stop
you-
feeling so
She's
bad
like,
for
yeah,
yourself.
no, literally.
And
She's
then you were
like,
in
you're
one of the
mentally
most.
ill.
Then you were in one of the most harrowing animal
Yeah.
situations imaginable.
Yeah, and she was like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, but to be honest,
But
no
it was
offense,
great.
It was the best.
Yeah, it was the best.
They were the best.
Yeah, I loved them, and I recommend.
Harrowing, though.
I recommend having a dog die on your stomach to anyone
Twice. In a few months.
If you guys had to compete in a Summer Olympic game, which one would you submit yourself for?
Men's gymnastics.
Are you saying that because of what just happened?
No,
The vault thing?
no, that's
or
not fucking men's gymnastics.
Pommel horse?
I don't
technically
like. I
is
don't like
gymnastics.
that is pommel horses. I don't like pommel horse.
Okay.
Right.
Bitch.
Yeah, it's horrible. I just would love if I could do the rings.
Oh,
I
cool.
fucking love.
I would
the
love to
rings.
see a Josette floor routine.
I would never do floor.
That'd be
Okay,
so
I'm
awesome.
sorry.
I would be a specialist.
Naomi, what would you do?
I would do a specialist for rings or for high bar.
I haven't seen
Kelly watches this
any
nonstop.
moment.
Yeah, it seems fun. I kind of
She-
want to come over and watch with her.
We're Louie and Dan are coming over tonight for dinner
Oh.
and watching.
Interesting.
Y'all's best friends in the
Interesting how I don't get
entire
the invites
world.
anymore.
I was literally gonna tell you today because we decided this morning.
The
Okay.
double dates are so real.
Yeah.
The family.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Okay, so give us some
Highlights?
no, give us some events for Naomi that they could be in.
You know what I
know
did
the
see?
games, don't you?
They
I
know
don't
this
really.
games.
Yeah,
I'm like soccer,
Basketball,
basketball,
rugby,
No rugby.
I'm
I'm scared of those girls.
Gymnastics.
There's that one girl
what
that's
if you
so
did rhythmic
cute.
gymnastics?
Do you know what I'm talking about?
You're on a tramp. You there's a ball.
Really?
You throw the ball up and you go. You do some flips and you go.
And you
Wait,
catch it
is
with your
that what
foot.
it is? Really?
That's rhythmic gymnastics. Is
I
like
have
that.
never seen that. I'm not kidding.
It's insane.
The only thing I saw was the girl shooting the gun.
Figure skating.
The hot Korean girl shooting the gun.
I didn't
no,
see that.
I didn't see that.
People are thirsty for this girl because she has like, she has the crazy like
Glasses.
glasses for like shooting, and she's like,
Oh wait, does she have a cool pose when she does it?
no, it's not the person. It's
Oh.
she has a bob.
I
Okay.
almost missed my
but
mouth.
she's hot as hell.
Cool.
And she's clean with it, and like I'm gonna show you a picture.
Yeah,
of her.
I'm looking.
Or I
this
wish
up.
I could be a swimmer.
Importante.
Swimming.
I wish
was
I
a
could
good
be a swimmer too. That's what I would
Unbelievable.
want to say. My dad was a really good swimmer.
Really,
Um,
I was never a good swimmer.
I wish I could do it.
Yeah, same.
This girl.
Okay,
Or
should we
figure
do a
skating.
rank?
She just broke the world record for something.
Okay, guys, she just like
She a
lifts
dyke?
up her little eye thing and she like looks at the camera.
She's clean with it.
She has to be.
She
gay.
has to be.
She has too much swag.
She's swagged out
Honestly,
beyond.
dyke
the
swag.
Jenny Holster. The Jenny Holster.
Jenny Holster is a good DJ name.
Yeah,
Jenny
it is.
Holster is cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Uh,
Olympic sniper. That's insane, dude.
I can't believe the next. You guys know where the Olympics is next time?
No.
Here?
Yep.
That's gonna suck.
I listened to a podcast about the LA riots, and they were talking about how Tom Bradley, first black mayor
Airport.
of Los Angeles,
Tom Bradley Terminal.
he was one of the few mayors who have ever successfully ran an Olympics in a city that actually made the city money as opposed to ruining the city's
Everyone's
economy.
lives.
Yeah.
I feel like what's gonna happen when the Olympics are in LA is that they're gonna displace hundreds of thousands of people. They're going to imprison thousands of unhoused people.
Yeah.
They're gonna build some of the most hideous architecture of all time.
Yes.
and our city's going to be crowded with losers.
Yes.
That is my prediction.
Well,
We'll
there's like
see.
a big campaign, no Olympics.
No Olympics. I support that shit.
Yeah.
You guys would all work together.
That's right.
In a hypothetical world.
Okay, so team sports that we would be participating in.
Yeah. And how you feel about it.
Like what sports we want to play the most?
Yeah, like what you guys would want to do the most together. There's track and field, like relay races.
Oh God.
Soccer, water polo, synchronized swimming.
Fuck.
Okay.
All right.
Say it one more time.
There's soccer,
Okay.
a relay race,
Okay.
water polo,
Okay.
and synchronized swimming.
This is really tough for me.
Water polo. Huh?
No, water polo.
Volleyball
water polo
in the
is-
ocean.
yeah, or
In the-
like
sorry, in
soccer
the
in the
pool.
water.
It's more like a
I would say soccer in the water.
Okay.
What did you just say?
Volleyball
Let's
in the
rank it
ocean.
together since it's a team sport.
We're not going to agree.
Here's
Let's
the thing.
try.
I am
Synchronized swimming.
Yes. Synchronized swimming first.
no way.
So fun.
I'd be
Have you
so-
seen the way that those like Russian girls were like walking onto the like
They rule. Well, yeah.
like they have to like walk to it's so funny.
Synchronized swimming without the music on is just like a bunch of girls splashing,
Kelly-
loudly splashing, then going like.
Kelly McCormick, who's an actor, said that they used to be a synchronized swimmer, and they said it was like the most jacked they've ever been in their life.
That totally makes sense. I could see
And that it's,
them.
like,
Of course,
fucking
I
intense.
can
was a
see them
synchronized
doing
swimmer.
this in my head. They also just they look like a synchronized swimmer.
She's Canadian too, so it's like.
Synchronized swimming, number one. Sorry, Naomi.
No
Yes.
way.
Yes.
We're not ranking them as a group because I would be so bad at
Well, I'm
anything
not gonna-
aquatic.
Number
I gotta be honest. I'm
two-
not gonna be good at any of this.
Number
shit.
2, relay race.
Hell
the thing.
no.
I mean, I'm a horrible runner. But
I'm a horrible runner.
I'm a horrible runner, but I can
You're
imagine.
fucking
I
me.
can imagine us yelling at
It's
each
more
other.
like that. I think it'd be funny.
I can imagine us yelling at each other during a relay race.
yeah.
Don't you think that 2 out of 3 of us at least would be very good in soccer?
I don't want to do it.
Yeah, but I don't want to do anything you've mentioned.
Okay, fine. So, synchronized swimming, soccer.
I would fight for soccer to be closer. Yeah, sure.
Synchronized swimming, soccer. Then relay,
Sure.
And what was the last one?
water
anyways?
polo. I don't know what it is, so I don't want to
Shit
do
sounds
it.
so hard.
Yeah,
Dude, people
running
who are
through the water.
People
no.
who are water polo players are so jacked.
Jacked.
Yeah, I mean,
Beyond.
I don't
like,
think
I
I
would
would
like
do.
that.
I don't think I would do well, but there's a certain viciousness to the game that seems kind of
It's
fun.
brutal. It was
Yeah,
like,
you like drown each other almost.
I feel like it was kind of like a bro dog sport.
Yeah, it is. Bro,
I would like to do chicken fight.
That's kind of what water polo
Olympic
is.
chicken
but
fight.
ball.
Olympic chicken fight.
Yeah.
Next up, Olympic
Okay.
chicken fight.
Next
Team
up,
USA.
Olympic
Olympic?
chicken fight.
I feel like I would be bad at soccer at this point in my life. I just haven't played in so long. I used
For
to be
some reason,
mega.
it kind of sounded like you said soccer as though it was like spelled TSO. Soccer.
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 Is this what people talk
Soccer.
about with like
Cris-
crispy?
Crispy S's. I don't know.
Soccer. Crispy R's.
Oh.
Can someone
Goodbye.
remind me what that is?
Yeah, I don't know. Bye.
Crispy. I don't know. All I know is
Did you
the
see?
Kardashian
Is it
thing.
just
crispy?
California accent?
Crispy?
That was it.
Wow.
Crispy.
Crispy.
Is that what I
remember that one review that was saying that, and I
do? I even sound
Yeah.
like that?
I kind of miss reading the reviews.
You could bring it back.
Crispy R's.
Let's bring it back next time.
I think it's when your crisp isn't in the front of your mouth, it's in the middle. Crisp.
Crisp. I don't know if mine normally is. I feel like mine's normally in the front.
I don't know.
Crisp. I talk in the front.
Vote below who has
I love
crispy
you
R's or not.
guys, and
Love you, love myself.
Love
Let's all
you.
get on
Glad
our
you
phones.
had a
Let's
trip.
get on our phones now.
Bye.
Trip recap.
That was a Headgum podcast.